Hey everybody, GReimer here coming at you once again from planet Selenea. Selenea? Selenea. I don't know how to say it. The moon. We're coming at you from the moon. Alright, and we're just here at the base chilling. I have taken an extra trip since last week to go grab some stuff and bring it back here. So we got some stuff, including we have another fusion energy cell. We used one last week, so we could open up a door that led to some stuff. So I'm collecting some things. However, I did say last week that I was going to do something this week, and I'm going to stick to it. I made you guys... Okay, it wasn't really a promise. I just said that we're probably going to do this. We're going to expand the base a little bit today. We're going to focus a little bit on terraformation because that is weak. Is weak numbers. We are on, what, episode 5? And we're basically doing 1% per episode. That's horrible. All right, so... we got those are rookie numbers. We got to jack those numbers up. All right, so we are at least collecting some biomass now, and because of that, we unlocked last week. We actually unlocked quite a bit of stuff, some nice decoration stuff, as well as where is it? Where's the thing? This thing right here, biolab. Now that takes osmium. Ooh. I got 2 osmium. Okay, we can do that. I got enough to actually make this. Good, because I was worried I was gonna have to break down some of these things. So we actually do have plenty of osmium. So it's nothing really to worry about. But I do want to add the biolab. Now, with the biolab comes great responsibility. No, with the biolab, we have to, we can actually start crafting things like explosive powder and stuff. So that's going to be a huge, huge boost. And there is a way to make that. I'm sure of it. Boy, is it windy already? It's windy already. Holy cow. What a way to start the episode. So let's get some ingredients ready. Let's get some ingredients going here while this wind is blasting us. And I have all of these ingredients. It is going to take the last bit of my osmium, but you know what? I'll have to find some more elsewhere. Okay. I've got the ingredients. It's right here. Just waiting for the windstorm to stop because it's super loud. I think it's starting to clear up. All right. Let's get out here now. I wanted to build this from the outside anyway because it's easier for me to see. All right, so there is a ladder right here, and I believe that is like an overhang right here. Yeah, okay, so I want to build it like right here. Is there anything in the way? I want to make sure I clear out anything that might be in the way. Now I'm going to have to come back through and probably put down supports underneath this thing just to make it really make sense. But let's actually build this here. Now I want to make sure, I got to kind of look at it while it's embedded in the ground. I want to make sure that the... Ooh, I think that's the right way, that the screen is facing to the right. Alright, and then I want to attach it right there. Did I do that right? Yes, okay, I did. Alright, now, is there like some iron just hanging out here that I can build the supports of this thing on? Or build the supports of this really quick? Yes, there is a little bit. Alright, I don't need anything fancy for this. We're just going to take this, just kind of smash that right there. Bam. It looks like it's supported at least then. So the base isn't actually floating this season. Are you guys proud of me? Any water? Water. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get inside here and check out the biolab. So, yes. Alright, sweet. We got the biolab here. Now, biolab usually comes with a lot of things that I would like to build from it. So I'm thinking on the other side of this here, putting like a second storage area for mutagen, algae, things like that. Is it another windstorm? Are you kidding me? It is another windstorm. Holy cow. So I'm going to build a big living compartment right here on the other side of this. And it is another windstorm. It is not a meteor shower. All right, let's put that down right there. And just because I can, let's just smash this right there. Make it look like it's supported. Good. All right, now this thing is probably like completely full of stuff, but I'm going to take some of the stuff out of here and leave the selenium in there. I don't really know what selenium is used for. Some people suggest that I should probably try to break it down. I'll get around to that. If that ends up being the key, though, I am going to be kicking myself. It's going to be like, it gives you super alloy. It gives you all sorts of stuff. I'll try that here in a little bit. But I got to dump my inventory real fast here. I am going to need some more iron. That's why I wanted to make sure I emptied that drill out there, that ore extractor, because I'm going to need to build some lockers in that new storage area. So as much iron as I possibly can get. Let's make 5 for right now. I don't want to use up all my iron that I have. All right, so here's the biolab. Across the way from there, I want to put some blockers on this wall here. This is for algae and whatever else I can think of for the biolab. You know, bioplastic nuggets, I guess, can go over here. I want to make sure that I have a spot for everything, you know? Okay, I can probably put like one more locker down. Hold on one second. Let me grab some more iron. Good. Like that. Like that a lot. Now, I don't have the algae generator unlocked yet. But in preparation for it, we are going to get a spot for algae. All right. So this can get filled up with algae as I go. All right. Now, do a little beard scratch. All right. Let's talk numbers for a second. This sucks. Right? I cannot believe I am this far behind after this many episodes. These are horrible numbers. Horrible, okay? Like, if I launched a rocket for both the pressure and the heat, it would move those decimal points over 1, and that would be already, well, 10 times better. So I think maybe that would be a good place to start. So let's start with that. We're going to launch those things, and then as it's progressing, I'll boost the core value after we get the rockets in the air. So let's grab 2 rockets here, and this will be 1 for each. Let's grab, I think it's 3 cobalt. We're going to need 4 super alloy, and then I think it's silicon, if I'm not mistaken. 3 silicon. All right. And let's go launch 1 rocket to boost the pressure and 1 rocket to boost the heat. And, of course, I'm sure you guys are well aware that I am a brilliant rocket scientist. I have flawless launches every single time. And it's actually pretty easy because all you got to do is push... Oh, that's the wrong button. All you got to do is push that button right there on the screen to build something, and then all you got to do once you get that placed is push that button right there, and it launches it. It's no problem. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we got the asteroid attraction rocket that boosts heat, and then the pressure or the magnetic field protection rocket that boosts pressure. Now this is gonna attract iridium asteroids, and this is gonna attract uranium asteroids. But before we launch those, real quick check on the stats again because they were pretty dismal. All right, heat is at 75.75. Okay, that's really bad. It's going to go to 757.5 once this is launched. And then the pressure is at 101.2. It's going to go to 1,012 after this is launched. That is the end goal for these rockets. Now, I am going to boost that number even more, but I do need to get the rocket in the air first. Professional rocket scientist. Launch that and launch that. Beautiful, yes. It's just kind of... I only see... Oh, yeah, there's 2 rockets there. Those might actually make it into space. See, like I said, professional rocket science. Oh, I got to get inside. There's terrible things coming. Now, these asteroids coming in, I do want to actually collect these resources. So, I don't really care about collecting them right away because they take a while to despawn. So, that's okay. But see, like right there, 757 now, and this is 1,012. Just like what I thought it was going to be. That's good. Better numbers. Much better numbers. Alright, well, the meteors are raining down. That's good. I am going to have to go collect all this stuff. So I might as well do that while it's coming down here. Grab as much as I can. I think this one went off the edge of the cliff, which is rather unfortunate. It's probably rolling down the hill right about now. Where did this one go? Alright, I found it. It crashed right here. But I don't see the resources. Did they fall off the edge? Oh, I fell off the edge. I don't see the resources. Maybe they're buried. My first asteroid I go try to check, and immediately immediately the stuff gets buried. I mean, maybe it did. I don't know. Alright, I'll have to check back on this one later. There were other ones that crashed all around here, though, so I should be able to find some easier resources then. Especially since we have more asteroids coming in. That one I might be able to jump up and catch. Hey! Nope, didn't get it. Had to put my back into that jump, and I didn't. Oh, that one crashed in the same spot over there. Dang it. Alright, I have an empty inventory right now. I haven't found a single thing. Whew, that one was really cooking, coming in close, too. I should probably keep an eye on those asteroids a little bit more carefully. Finally, something. I got a piece of uranium. Woo! Oh yeah, I really only found 1 piece of uranium there. Man, these things are really stingy on there. Oh, there's some good stuff. Get out of the way, get out of the way. There we go, I actually got some good stuff there. Alright, I am going to have to do a loop and try to find more of this stuff, because I only got 5 pieces of uranium and all that. But once the debris clears out, it'll be a lot easier to see all the iridium and uranium that's laying around. Okay, so in the meantime, though, I'm going to wait for that debris to clear out, and then I'm just going to go do a lap and collect all that stuff. In the meantime, though, let's talk stats here. because I'm not done terraforming. We're already at 6, almost 6.25. That's like an entire episode done immediately in these first few minutes. Because we were only doing 1% before. So it's climbing a lot faster already. Biomass, not much I'm going to do with that quite yet. Because I want to get the flower spreaders unlocked. And for that what? For that pressure. Okay, we need more pressure. Now, heat actually is going to unlock the algae generator, but we don't have water yet, so it doesn't really do us any good. So, I'm thinking we push for flower spreaders. Okay, so pressure. We're going to need a lot of pressure. And the best thing I can do for pressure at the moment is the tier 3 drill. And that takes a lot of aluminum, and that's fine because I have a bunch of aluminum. So, let's just grab enough for 5 of them. I'm thinking 5 drills worth. And we'll go slap those down. Considering I only have 1 down right... Oh, tier 2 nuclear reactor. Oh, that reminds me. What do these things take? 8 to almost 9 energy. And we have 26. Okay, so we got to do a little upgrade first. Well, this is a good time to learn how to make explosive powder. Because I'm going to need more power. Explosive powder. I'm pretty sure you can make that in this game somehow. I think you just mix a couple of rocks together and you accidentally... Whoops, you get it. Just like that. Awesome. All right, we got a couple of explosive powder. Now, I do want to make 2 of these things if I can. If I can. So, for that, we're going to need 2 super alloy. And then we're going to need 1, 2, 3. And don't I have 3 reactors out here? I do. So, there's 3 more right there. I think that spells mama. All right, let's get out here. Break these things down. Goodbye, power. And we're going to build that. Actually, no, hold on. Just kidding. Goodbye, power. We're going to build a place where I can actually... We're going to build a place. We're going to build a place and it's going to look cool. I actually have a nice little platform of power. Maybe not a tower of power, but a platform of power is what we're going for this time around. And I'm thinking right over here is going to be where it's going to be. So, not that. That's not what I wanted to grab. Where's the regular foundation? There we go. Let's do right here. Right there. Right there. And how wide are these things? They're a little bit more than 1. Okay, so there and maybe right there. And we're gonna make that at least 2 deep. Oh, I ran out of iron. Is there a kind-hearted piece of iron laying around on the ground someplace? Right there. Kind soul you are. Alright, let's go over here. Now I can make this like 4 deep actually and put more reactors down. But for right now I'm thinking this will be pretty good to get started. Alright, let's go ahead and just slap this bad boy down like right. Let's see if I can't line this up kind of well. Right there, good. And then this will be kind of smack dab in the middle. Good. And then that one will be right at the end then. Once I get another one built. Alright, sweet. There. Okay, so we only have like 20-some power. What are we up to now? 430.3. That is what I'm talking about. That is much better. Alright, so now we can actually get to placing a whole bunch of these tier 3 drills. So, let's grab a little bit of titanium. And then I think, is it iron? Yeah, iron. Ooh, we are running short on iron. I might have to go find some other kind-hearted souls of iron out here somewhere. Oh, kind iron, would you please come here? I need to use you to make some really powerful drills. Pretty please. I know it's quite a motivational speech and all, but I need you. Get in my inventory. All right, full inventory. There's some uranium just laying there. I'm definitely going to have to collect that, as well as do a loop here and see if I can find any other little bits of it. Okay, no, I thought I only had 1 tier 5 or tier 3 drill that's down. Apparently I have 5 of them. So this should double the pressure output then. And the power stayed on and everything. How about them apples? Sweet. All right, well, while I'm over here, might as well grab some of this stuff. The rocks are starting to disappear. So I can grab this while I'm out and about here as I'm doing some terraforming. And there's one right there, too. Any more hiding? There's more hiding. Yoink all this stuff up. I need all of it. All of the rocks. All right, so pressure was at what? Just over 1,000, I think it was, before we placed all those drills. And what is it at now? 1,862. Now, you might be wondering, what doubled the drills? Why didn't it double? Because there's other things that are generating pressure, like the ore extractor, for example. That's generating pressure as well. So, that's why. It didn't exactly double it, but it was kind of close. I got a whole bunch of rocks, though. That was pretty fun stuff, pretty special. I actually do have to turn some of this into those so I can actually condense this stuff and actually store it. But yeah, pretty special stuff. Let's go and start and make another 1 or 2 of these guys. Drop that in there too. Sweet. All right, so we got plenty of uranium now. I even grabbed a couple extra bits of iron, which is much appreciated. How much does it take to make a shredder? It takes osmium. Well, okay, how much does it take to make a recycling machine? Because I can recycle one of these things and get some osmium back. The reason why I'm interested in making a shredder, which seems weird since my resources are limited, but the reason why I'm interested in making a shredder is because of this. Like, I want to keep mining up stuff, but I don't want to keep mining up selenium. And I don't really have much of a choice here. I could move the ore extractor, but then I have to go someplace to get it, because it's out of the way. And I don't really want to, so if I just had a shredder, I could just yeet that stuff in there, because selenium is going to be full here, like, really soon. And I don't even know what I'm going to use it for. And if I do build the recycler, I can actually test that everyone's theory out there that the selenium can be broken down into something. So I think it might be worth actually investing into making a recycling machine. So for that, I'm going to need what did it say? Compasses? I think it was a deconstruction chip, right? 2 deconstruction chips and 3 superalloy. Deconstruction chips, I believe, take aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I am mistaken. They just take silicon and magnesium. All right, well, that's actually a lot cheaper than I thought. All right, got the deconstruction chips. Let's grab ourselves a few bits of that. Now, where am I going to put this? For right now, I guess I'll just yeet it right here. Yeah, I'll just put it right here. We'll put it this way so it ejects the material into the room. There we go. Awesome. Now, this thing just sucks up power. It really doesn't do much other than just consume power, I believe. Yeah, it just takes 12.5. But we can break things down. So first off, first things first, does selenium deconstruct into something else? And the answer is no. No, it doesn't. All right. Well, that answers that. All right, now let's get on to some more useful things, though. We got to build a shredder. So we're going to deconstruct one of these osmium rods so we can get a whole bunch of osmium. All right. Restock ourselves on osmium. Probably get something to drink so I don't die. That would also be a really good idea. And maybe even grab a bite to eat as well. All right, so to make the shredder, I need some explosive powder, which there is a way to make that somehow. Which I know. I do know how to do it. Ha! I fooled you guys all for years. I know how to make it. We need some uranium and a piece of superalloy as well as one of these pieces of osmium. So, all right, let's grab the uranium, not uranium rod, uranium. There we go. And this will make our shredder, so we can put that like right here, I guess. Or let's get a little space here. Let's get a little space. There, perfect. All right, now the extra selenium just going right in there. It's going to shred it immediately. We're going to set this to automatically shred once it's full. I'm just going to yeet stuff into there, and that way I can start digging up more iron, because iron is what I need more. I'm underneath it. Iron is what I need more of right now than I do selenium. So I want to keep the iron flowing in, and I don't want that ore extractor bogged down by selenium when I have an entire locker full of it already. Okay, that settles that. All right, now. These are still weak numbers. We're at 7.3, so we are kind of cooking now. We're getting a little bit better, but these are still weak numbers. Heat. Let's talk heat for a second here. Yeah, let's talk heat for a second. Or do I want to keep pushing pressure? Because I really do want to get the flower spreaders going, because those do twofold. Those do two things, actually. Flower spreaders, if I can get these things unlocked. Oh, and they're getting close, too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we just have to be patient with that. Flower spreaders do two things. They boost oxygen and they boost biomass quite a bit. So, and last week we found these sweet Tusca plants right here that do 400% oxygen. So I can drop those things in there, and voila, we got some decent powered, decent producing, oxygen producing things, as well as some really good biomass producing things. So, all right, so those are almost unlocked. That will actually unlock here rather soon, actually, because it's only 0.14 away from actually unlocking. 0.13 now. It's climbing pretty quickly, so that'll unlock here pretty soon. All right, well then, if we don't have to worry about that, let's focus on heat for a second. Heat. The best heater I can make right now is the tier 3 heater. I believe I still have these back at the starter base. And that is it. That's all I got. So what if we put like a little extension right here and put a nice glass pane and built like 4 more of these things? I'm thinking that'll look really nice, really smooth. These things take iron? No, they don't. Thank God, because I'm kind of running a little low on iron. All right, so let's do that, and then I think we need this. Yep. Okay. Now let's go outside here and build this little extension on the side. This little nub, right there. And you know what? Probably looks a little derpy. Oh, no, it doesn't look that bad. It looks kind of supported. Put that little nub right there, and then we're gonna put some heaters in there to warm this place up a little bit more. So, to make the tier 4 heater, or tier 3 heater rather, need an iridium rod, aluminum, titanium, and silicon. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's build 4 of them. Flower spreaders I've unlocked. Look at that. Just, I didn't even get these things placed and they unlocked. How about them apples? Alright, let's get these things in position. Like so. And see if we can't smash one right here. And one more. Can I maybe possibly? Ooh, okay, I gotta do a little rearranging. Oh yeah, what's heat at, by the way? 770. Okay, that's what heat's up to. There's the algae generator, tier 1. Don't really care because we don't have water yet, so that doesn't really do me any good whatsoever. All right, let's smash these things a little bit farther back, and that way I'll have room, yep, up front here to actually place this. Beautiful. All right, now put this thing right there. Voila. What's our heat at now? 1,910. That is significantly better. Like, remember earlier in the episode when it was 75? Alright, so this is already way, way better than what it was before. We could even launch like another rocket or two and boost it even more, but no, hold on. Let me focus on the flower spreaders because we just got those unlocked. How's our power doing? Just want to make sure that I'm not like totally draining my power. 287. How much do these things use? 28. So I can make like 10 of them. And okay, so we got plenty. Now, these do take fertilizer, which normally I'd be like, ah, crap. But the thing is, though, I've actually found a little bit of it here. So we got 4 of them we can make right off the bat. Now, fertilizer, though, takes sulfur and eggplant, is it not? I think it takes eggplants. Like 2 of them. And then sulfur and, is it water or something? Oh, no, it takes algae. That's it. Okay, so yeah, no, I can only make 4 of them because I can't make, I mean, I can make an algae generator, but I can't actually make algae yet because I don't have water. So I'm not there yet. That's the stage I'm working towards right now. Water cycle. Okay, so we gotta keep pushing without it. So I do have these. I could break down these more advanced ones as well if I wanted to get more, if I really wanted to get more. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna settle for 4 of them. Let them work and do their business, you know. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of those things are going to go in there for sure. We're going to have some nice white and yellow flowers all over the place. Okay, so magnesium, super alloy, and a whole bunch of water. Do I have enough water for this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have enough water for this. Good. Magnesium, I think, was another one that I need in there. And then what was the rest of it? Super alloy. Yeah, no problem. I got this stuff. All right, well, here's our oxygen producing stuff. So I guess then we got the flower spreader or the grass spreaders there too. So might as well integrate it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we're gonna drop this down. Oh, hold on, wait, before. Hold on, wait, just reverse. What is this even doing? Okay, so biomass is at 0.95. That's pretty terrible. Oxygen is at 790. Okay, now let's go put these things down. Crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Alright, put the seeds in here. Grow some flowers. Make this nice and pretty. So this place isn't such a dark, barren wasteland. Frigid, cold place. Alright, what did that do for... Let me grab the the water out of here because I want to keep up on that because we need a lot of water bottles. So I'm tempted to make another one of those things, to be honest. All right, what did that do? So, okay, so biomass jumped up from 0.95 to 37.75, so that was huge. Oxygen jumped up from, what was that? Wasn't that like, what did I just say that was? That was barely anything. It's at 3,000, jeepers, 3,366. That was a massive jump for that. That number is still not climbing very fast. Which means that's a rookie number. It's climbing a lot faster, but that's a rookie number, which means we can do better. We must do better. Apparently there's a windstorm hitting right now. Okay, but if I was weak numbers and I wanted to get to be strong like bull numbers, and I was very limited on resources. What would I do? Probably not die of dehydration. That's probably the last thing I would do. Okay, well, I would like to boost oxygen even more just because I think that would be fun and ridiculous. However, I don't really have any more fertilizer, and I need the water first before I can do that. So, we're just going to have to hold out with what we got for oxygen. However, heat and pressure I can keep boosting. In fact, pressure I can boost a whole lot, actually, because I still have quite a bit of resources at my disposal. Oh, yeah, water. Let's not die. At my disposal here. So I've got 10 of those drills going right there, but I can always increase that. I could double it. I can have 20 over there. Okay, that would help the core value actually on the planet quite a bit. And then I could even throw another rocket into space or something just to get this boosting a little bit more. Now the problem is iron. I don't have a lot of iron, so I might have to just take a trip around picking it up actually. Because how's this thing doing? 3 pieces. You're my savior. Okay. That's not gonna be enough either. So iron is really the thing that is holding me back right now. So it probably would be a good idea for me to go around and try to collect an entire inventory of iron, as well as collect the iridium and uranium that rained down on those meteors. Because I kind of forgot to grab that so far. I was waiting for the debris to clear. It's cleared. I might as well grab this stuff while I'm out here. But that is going to take up space away from the iron. All right, inventory is completely full. A little mix of uranium, iridium, and a whole lot of iron. Time to get back home. Home, sweet home, where the deer and the antelope aren't created yet, because there are no animals on this planet. I don't think that's how the expression goes. All right, there we go. Got an iridium rod out of that, or a uranium rod out of that. That's pretty special stuff. Sweet. All right, so with this iron, I should be able to make a few more of these drills. I'm thinking I can at least make 5 more. All right, let's make 5 more of these drills. I think it's worth investing the aluminum into. I can always break these things down later. When I get around to making the tier 4 drills, though, these things, that's the ones that take osmium. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to make a lot of those. Although you can actually purchase the pressure multiplier fuses, can't you? Oh, suddenly I'm seeing some reason to buy these things from the trading station. But I can't make money very fast. All I can do is produce superfood and fabric. That's about it. That's all I can really sell. I can't think of anything. And cookies. That's all I can really think of to sell from this planet. So those don't just scream like tons of money or anything like that. So I'm running really low on titanium too. All right, well, let's get 5 more of these things down. What's my pressure at currently right now? It should boost it quite a bit. It's at 1886. Okay. So let's get going, and we'll put down 5 more of these tier 3 drills. There we go, all 5 of them placed. Now I do see something green and glowing over here, so I'm gonna zip a doodah over here and grab it. This would be some more uranium from one of those meteors that landed. Now I'm going to get up on top of this ridge here and just take a little peek around. It was at 1886, I think it was, for our pressure before. I just want to make sure I'm not like missing more of this stuff someplace. It's easy to grab. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Now I didn't exactly check that ridgeline over there, so it's entirely possible that there is some more uranium and iridium over there. In fact, it's probable. I'd go as far as to say it's probable. And I'll work my way over there right about now, actually. But because I got the inventory space, I got the oxygen, so let's just take a little trip over here and see if we can't find any more stragglers. Stragglers, I see them. I see some stragglers. Yeah. Oh, I'm stuck on a rock. Stragglers right there, I see them. All right, so yeah, there were some stragglers over here. Ones that were in the... Look at that, LG generator tier 2 already unlocked. That is fantastic. If I had water, I'd be just jumping for joy. But I don't, so I'm going to remain firmly planted in my chair, and we'll jump for joy later once I actually get some water coming in here. All right, now I'm not seeing any more. Over there is where we had those chests that I found that fusion energy cell in that I collected in between episodes here. There was another chest right next to it. I actually left that alone. I didn't even touch it. So I didn't find any... Oh, look. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. Never mind. I didn't touch it because I'm making a note of that. Now, I am not very far along with terraforming, and I didn't find very good stuff last week in that wreck over there. It was okay. I mean, there was some super alloy and stuff like that, but it wasn't like this is amazing kind of stuff. I don't see anything off this edge here. My oxygen is running really low, so I'm going to just get back. But so I figured if I get eyes on some chests, I also found another one, actually. I found another one that was kind of where we built our little breathable place over there by the entrance that isn't open yet. I don't think. 1 PA, it says for pressure, and we're boosting pressure like crazy right now. But I found another one over there. There's 2 chests that I know of that I have not opened. I'm waiting for a little bit and letting some terraformation happen before we actually open those up, because I want to get some good stuff out of there. So that's the reason why I'm waiting. I'm letting the terraformation do its thing a little bit here first, and then we can go open those in a little bit here. But I want some nice things, and mainly I'm hoping to get some what are they called? The fusions, or not the fusion, the fuses. I'm hoping to get the fuses, because right now I only have this one energy multiplier fuse, which is great. I do not have the optimizer unlocked at all, so I can't even use it. But I'm hoping that when I do get it unlocked, that I can use them a whole lot. Ooh, these things would be really nice to unlock too. 500 kg. We're a ways away from that. Where does the optimizer here? 70 MTI. Okay, we're at almost 18. We're 17.78. Or a ways away from that too. Well, you know. Oh yeah, we unlocked the vehicle station. I suppose I should probably make that. I'm actually going to make that this season. You guys are going to be so proud of me. Maybe. I mean, I can always break this down if I want these resources back. So let's grab. Oh, there's vehicle inventory increased. Tier 1. Sweet. Let's grab some aluminum, and I can break down this locker then. Now that that's empty, I've been trying to work on that so I get a little bit more iron. And then we need some super alloy and a piece and an iridium rod, and that should spell mama. All right, now where am I going to put my vehicle? I mean, I already explored off that way, but there is still that whole facility I got to empty out, so I wouldn't mind being able to drive off that way. Plus, there's a facility behind these rocks that I know of. So if we look at the map here, this facility I have not looted yet. I do have a breathable place right here. And this is where the other chest is I know of. The other one that I found was like on the slope or something right here. So it's up kind of near that area. There is this facility too I want to get to as well. So, and I haven't really seen anything south. We already looted this place. This was by our starter base. I haven't seen anything south, and that's like the only 2 that I can see really. The only 2 big facilities. So maybe we'll put it on the northern end of my area here. The garage, so to speak, the vehicle station. Holy cow, this thing is... I can actually set this pretty far low, so I don't have to really drive up anything. Although, not like it really matters, because I'm not really going to be driving this thing anywhere, or driving it up anywhere. I'm just going to be teleporting it back, so I can get the inventory, the full inventory full of stuff. So, let's turn this thing, and we'll keep it nice and low. Like that. You can actually see the ground clipping through, but that's nice and low. All right, so the vehicle here, ooh, that takes stuff. That takes stuff too. Okay, now I actually think I have all of this stuff, and I wouldn't mind. We need the oxygen. Unlimited oxygen would be. Oh, zeolite. Oh boy, this takes some stuff. Okay, this is a lot of resources to invest. Is it worth it? I really have to ask that question. Now, some of you are screaming at the screen, of course it is, because it saves you so much time, but that's not really the question. Time isn't the question. Resources are the question. Some of this stuff, zeolite, for example, speed isn't that. Zeolite is, I don't have unlimited amounts of that. And all this does is provide me a way to carry things back faster. I mean, I could always break it down, I suppose. But it allows me to carry things back faster. I guess that's the answer. I could always break this thing down. I don't like using the vehicle because of this. Well, actually, usually I don't like using the vehicle because it hits a little rock and it goes flipping out all over the place for me. But I heard they actually, a couple updates ago, fixed that. So that actually does do that. So now it should drive a whole lot smoother. However, I'm perturbed, people, because I have a genuine reason not to build the vehicle this season. And it's because that's a lot of supplies to do those upgrades to it. A lot of supplies of things that I don't have unlimited supplies of. It seems like I'd have to almost have at least a full-size planet under my belt to be able to really afford this kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I can make it. But zeolite, look at all that zeolite is in this stuff. Obsidian. You guys, that's a lot of stuff. And I don't have unlimited, so I have to be a little stingy with my supplies. Alright, you guys. Give your best reason why I should make this thing this season, when all it is going to do is save me a little bit of time from moving back and forth, when I'm going to do that between episodes and you guys aren't going to see it anyway. Like, if I find a big stockpile of stuff, like if I get in there and there's a whole bunch of stuff, I'm going to be moving that stuff in between episodes. You guys aren't even going to see that. It's going to save, it's not going to, this isn't going to save you guys any time whatsoever. Because as of right now, I don't think there's a reason. I think this is just a waste of supplies. It's just a time saver, but it is a resource sink that I had to put a bunch of stuff into that I don't have a whole lot of right now. This isn't a full-size planet, remember. I do not have unlimited supplies. So, zeolite, for example, that is a finite resource. And I have to use a bunch of it on the upgrades for this thing. Breaking it down. For right now, I'm going to go vehicleless. Because, I mean, I also got super alloy back and all this other stuff too. So, yeah, like, yeah. Yeah. And now I don't have a place for this. So we'll just put that right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bypass the vehicle this season again. I'm sure you guys are really thrilled, but it just makes sense. It makes sense because of the resources that go into it. It's a lot of resources. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be a little bit more productive. How's the power doing? 129. That's good. We're gonna be a little bit more productive, and we are going to boost another something here. I don't know what, but we're gonna boost a little another something. Plants are climbing, so we're working our way to the beehive slowly. I would like to actually increase that more, but for that I'm going to need more fertilizer, and I don't have that yet. I have to go exploring to find more. See that, or it's heat. Heat is the other thing that I can boost then, which I have the supplies to do. It's also my weakest stat, so it probably would be a good idea to boost that. All right, here's what we're gonna do. You know what? When all else fails, launch rockets. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna launch another couple rockets, one for heat, one for pressure again, to boost those up even higher. Okay, so heat is at 1922. Pressure is at 2736. Let's see what this does when we throw another couple rockets in space. And rocket, launch, and rocket, launch. Launch, I said. Quickly, launch, clear the tube! Blast off! Take me with you! Once again, I think I touched the fins on the back, and it just, well, they're corkscrewing, but it just kind of, I touched the fins in the back, and they just kind of writes itself out, and it goes straight into space in a very majestic fashion. Oh yeah, the asteroids. Well, I gotta wait for them to crash into the ground so I can start collecting the resources from them, and I'll probably reinvest them right into rockets again. But what's our numbers at? What's our numbers at anyway, now that we launch those things? Heat is at 3845. Wow, 3,845. And pressure is at 5,472. That's pretty good. That is definitely much better numbers. This is climbing significantly faster, which is good. It's still not great. I want to do better. But it's significantly better than what it was before. Remember we were at 5% when we started? Yeah. Biomass definitely could use a boost, but the only thing I can really do to boost that right now is to make more grass spreaders. I can make one more grass spreader. I have one more seed lerma. Because if I build these things, I can't build these. I need fertilizer. And I need these things. And I need water for those things. So yeah, it's just grass spreaders are all I can do. So biomass, I'd like to boost that more, but there is actually a rocket you can launch to boost biomass. Plants rocket, I believe, is right there. And that unlocks at 175 kg, and we're not there. We're 125 away still, so 127 away. So we're just not there, so I can't do that. Well, it looks like heat is about my next best thing that I can boost. I already have this thing here. And I could always add another cell on someplace as well. I don't really know where, but I could add another cell on someplace. Or I could go fill up the starter shack with more heaters. It's entirely possible I'll do that too, because that way I don't have to see them. Yeah, actually I kind of like that idea. I kind kind of like that idea a lot. Let me grab some water real fast. Because I got to keep the water flowing in. Because I believe... Oh, these don't take water, though. That's all right. But I got to keep the water flowing in so I don't die. And so I can build more reactors when I need to. Speaking of, what's the power at? 129? Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I can build at least 4 more of these things. Alright, real quick, our heat is at 3,845. I am going to pick up titanium along the way because I'm really low on that. So I need to grab some titanium as I go. But we're heading back to the starter base to pack that full of heat producing this. We're packing it full of heaters. We're packing it full of heaters. There is a iridium meteor that landed way over there. Overshot my base over there and landed way over there. Just keep that in mind. Future GReimer, pick that up. Ah, the starter base. Looking fine and dandy. Hello, heaters. What, did I leave anything? Oh, a bunch of iron. I will gladly take that, actually. I kind of need that. Oh, I left some stuff here. Oh, baby. I forgot about the explosives here. We need to blow something up that was in the wreck last week. Well, let me quick place these things so we can get some more heat generating. There's also these things here, producing a little bit of oxygen. Let's put that there, and then we'll put that right there. All right, so that's producing more heat. Now, the heat actually got a boost up to 6,000. Oh, wow. Is that 3,800 something, I think it was? It's at 6,125, so that was a big, big boost. All right, holy cow. Okay, don't get off that. Let's, we gotta go blow something up. You know, let's go up here and pick the crops real quick, just so that, you know, we can have more food in this area, just in case I might need it. But we gotta blow something up. I forgot all about the stuff that's here. Is there any titanium? There's a bunch of seed lermas. Holy cow. Let's grab all the explosives, all the seed lermas while I'm here, and as much iron as I can hold. Now, I actually really do need titanium. I was gonna pick that up on the way back, but you know what? This is good enough. You know, this is a good boost. Good boost. This is a good thing to find. Explosives. I had explosives this entire time. How many of you were screaming that at the screen? Now, with my inventory being completely full, I actually can't pick up this iridium. So I'll have to come back for it. I'll have to come back for it. Yeah, I think this ice shelf is melting. I think it's being pushed backwards. Well, it's at 150 MTI. Yeah, you can see it melting, actually. Boop. And boop. Yep, it's melting. All right. I just noticed it was kind of back farther. So yeah, sweet. The ice is melting, people. It's getting warmer. All right, but enough of that. No one cares about the melting ice right now because we got some stuff to blow up. All right. Ooh, let's just throw those in the seeds for right now. We got some things that I gotta explode. Let's throw this in for titanium right now. And as far as miscellaneous, we're gonna put that in there. We're gonna grab one of these. I think I'm only gonna need one. Hopefully, if I need more, I'm gonna have to run back. But we get let's top off water, and we're going back to the wreck from last week to wrap up the episode here. We're going back. We're exploring it. The final stretch. Although, I've done quite a bit of terraforming. I've done quite a bit of terraforming since I explored that last week. So hopefully there's better items in there now. Because I only had like 4 MTI before, and now I'm at like 27.5. And I'll probably be like 28 by the time I get over there. You know, even if it is some of the lower tiered stuff, I'm actually at 29 MTI. Even if it is some of the lower tiered stuff, like what I found last week, it's not the end of the world. In fact, I'm going to snag these things too, because they'll probably be used in there here in a little bit. It's still okay, because I don't think the gas extractor is coming up. Oh, that's still like 90 MPA away, though, so still got a ways to go on that. It's still okay, because if I can find some fertilizer, then I can get another flower spreader placed, and that'll help out a lot too. So even if it is lower tier stuff, it's not the end of the world. I think I'll be just fine. Let's get back in here though, and I gotta try to remember how to find my way to that place again. I think my iron should still be here on the ground. Oh yeah, it's still right there. I think I gotta try to find my way back there. Was it back here? No, it wasn't back here. I did check this, right? Yeah, I did, but I should probably take some of the stuff. No, I'll leave my inventory alone for right now. Was it this way? Yes, it was right here. All right, let's go ahead and blow this up. Blow this to kingdom come. Leave that right there. And then, cool guys don't look at explosions. All right, let's let's break this thing down. Get in here quickly because oxygen is a thing. I do not have oh, here we go. Yep. Yep. All right. Good thing I brought the access cards. I left them out here. Sweet. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vaults? Holy cow. Okay, let's start on the left. Money, money, money. Good. Super alloy, good. Tusca seed, good. Nothing else is good. Money, good. Super alloy, good. Is there any fertilizer by any chance? Because this sort of sucks so far, what you're giving me. Oh, production multiplier fuse. That's really good. That is really good. All right, sweet. Money, money. Blueprint, which is good. Super alloy, good. We'll grab more mushroom seeds because I only have a couple of those things. The rest of that sucks. Ooh, oxygen multiplier. That's a huge one. All right, money, money. Okay, never mind. It was all worth it. It was all worth coming in here. All right. In fact, we'll grab this too because I don't think I have many of them. Squash seeds. This one sort of sucked. Not gonna lie, not very good in this one. There was really nothing good. And in this one, money, money, some food. We'll just eat it right away. And super alloy. That was all right. So we got a couple of fuses. That was definitely worth it. Awesome, definitely worth it. Especially the oxygen multiplier fuse. That one's huge. I just have to unlock the optimizer now, and we should be in business. Look at that. And I actually made it out of here without dying. How about them apples? All right, so in that shipwreck right there, we did find some more super alloy. Oh, yeah, what did we learn? Blueprint. What did we learn from this? Vehicle speed, tier 2. Don't need it because I kind of opted not to build the vehicle again this season. All right, the oxygen multiplier fuse was huge. Absolutely monstrous. 500% multiplier, and once I get the tier 2 optimizer placed, that'll be on 8 machines. So that is massive. Production multiplier fuse is also very good, but we're not really producing much stuff. The best I got right now is the ore extractor. Maybe the atmospheric water collector, but that's about it. So that one's not as good. But I can either sell it for more money, or I could put it on... Yeah, I don't really have much use for that. Anyway, I got to run home with whatever I can carry, which isn't a whole lot. You know what? That'll give me a perfect opportunity to head to the western side over here and check one of those chests that I told you I spotted. And by western, I mean eastern. I think I made that same mistake last week. Yeah, we're going to the eastern side of this spaceport, I guess it kind of looks like, facility. The one with the hangar bays. Alright, I found one somewhere over here, and I was like, I gotta remember this. Yes, right here. There's one right here. What do we got? Oh, tier 2 rocket, another blueprint. Nice. Let's just take everything out of there. There is some tier 2 fertilizer, and I'm actually not super thrilled to find that because, I mean, I will be in the future, because it's not the tier 1 stuff that I was hoping to find. But it is definitely very valuable, so I will keep it. Okay. Outside the dome right here. What do we got? What do we learn? Spacesuit displayer, that was worth it, definitely. I think that takes Kesar quartz. I'm quite a ways away from that, I'm pretty sure. Did we hit 1 PA yet? Is this thing opened yet? It doesn't look like question marks right there. No, it's not. Okay, so we're not there yet. Can't open that. Let's head home. I do have a couple of spaces open. There is one more chest I want to check on the way back home, and that is up here, because there's 2 of them. One of them had the fusion energy cell in it. That was that one right there, which we already got. And I think I left some, like, Nulna plants in there. Yeah. And then this one has... Oh, another blueprint. Nice. And more fertilizer. Even better. And more zeolite. Oh my gosh. Maybe I will have an abundance of zeolite. Let me just run back to this breathable place real quick. Learn what this blueprint is. And then we'll grab one more thing out of there. And it is... Deconstruction ship tier 2. That is actually really good. Because now we can start breaking down those computer towers as we find them. And we can get more circuit boards. Which is great. Because I'm not going to be able to mass produce circuit boards. That takes zeolite. But speaking of zeolite, let's actually grab a piece of that. We have a bunch of aluminum, so I'll grab a little bit more zeolite while I'm here. And we'll leave one squash and grab the other zeolite. There we go. Alright, so I'll have to come back and grab the supplies in those chests that I left behind. But I think it's time that I hightail it home. Home, sweet home. I have an entire inventory full of goodies that I have to put away. Just get a drink of water as we're passing by. Give me a second to organize this mess. Okay, so we're almost 25% of the way to the water cycle. We started off only at 5% today, so the numbers have definitely been boosted. I think I'm going to wrap today's episode up, though, because we did quite a bit. Holy cow. Added on the biolab. New storage area right here for anything biolab related, and also I'm just storing some food here. because I have a surplus of it. I know it's going to come in handy one of these days, so I don't really want to like eat it. I want to save this stuff up. These are actually the first mushrooms I've grown too. I kind of forgot about them, but I do have a spot for them. So in case we need to make bioplastic nuggets, we're going to have mushrooms. So fear not. We'll also have food still because I'm still growing beans. So we're good on that. Everything's good, actually. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful here on the planet. Remember, incarceration is temporary, but terraforming is forever. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to wrap this episode up. So if you did enjoy it, please go down and smash that like button. Tell me what you think about the vehicle thing. Should I invest all of that? There's a lot of resources. Should I invest the resources into it, or should I not? I'm thinking no, and I'm thinking I should save that until I get a bigger planet. I'm thinking. And then I use those resources for terraforming instead. That's my choice, but you guys let me know what you guys think. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode of Planet Crafter. If you did enjoy, hit the like button before you go. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Sent to a world unknown crime untold. Planet Crafter's tale in its secrets unfold. Barren lands stretch far beneath the darkened sky. My task to forge life where emptiness lies. Scarce resources is what I see under alien sun.